What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 94 of Lured Up, a podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Today is Sunday, September 1st, 2019. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-hosts, Adam Tuttle and Melissa Pescator. Hi, friends.
That's me.
Yeah, we're here.
How are you?
Me.
We're ready.
Hi.
How are things?
I've been dying to do another
Melissa
podcast.
is very happy. She's
I
very
am.
happy, and I can't wait for her to tell everyone about why she's happy, because the internet isn't often happy. It's usually
No.
salty.
It's very salty.
The internet is always.
Today the
But
salt has been
we're not alone here
countered.
today. We have a guest. We have a friend on the show. Today we're joined by Andrew from Go Live. What's going on, Andrew?
Hey,
How are you,
Andrew.
man?
I'm good. Hey, thanks for having me. Long-time listener, second-time caller.
I was psyched to have you on, dude. It's a long time coming, and we'll talk about our history and what you have going on over at Go Live in just a second. Just going to get through some housekeeping really quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people.
It sure is, and they're all mad at me because I don't interact very often.
And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons: Brittany J, Matt, M Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, Bacon L, The Noise, Harry, Pokenab, Bot, Purple Pancakes, Them Gears Be Bangin', Lady Goobly Meat, Super Nerd Fox, Go Ranger, Matt the Phoenix, Baker Boy, Jolt Switch, Alex, The Illustrious Overseer, Jason, and new for this week, Go Live Andrew. That's timely. I swear this isn't a pay to play scenario.
It's not a pay to play.
And also Matt, and another big shout out to Paul for actually upping his patronage from the Discord tier to the show supported tier. So thanks very much for that. Huge shout out to our executive producer, Paul Bott. And we got a lot of cool stuff going on over on Patreon and the associated Discord. Our Friday Night Fights tournament series, our remote PvP series has been going on. Shout out to Unbreakable, who's been doing an amazing job putting together these really cool and fun metas. Some ridiculous conditions and Pokemon lists. It's a lot of fun. We just wrapped up our Twilight Mirror Cup. And this week we're doing a water tournament. All Pokemon have to be water type.
Hashtag Lantern.
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious. She's done a great job over there. So if you want to get involved with that, $1 on Patreon will get you access to the Discord, and you can get put on the list, get fast tracked up to Ultra Friends, and take part in our weekly tournaments. Man, it's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to do this water. I have a good feeling about the team that I have put together because it has some good coverage points. So I'm excited. But if Patreon isn't your thing, there's a few other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. 5 stars are the best stars, the bestest.
They shine
All right.
the brightest when there's
Shine
5 of
bright,
them.
like 5 stars. All right, on today's show, we're going to get to know Andrew from Go Live. The Silph
Wait,
Arena
who?
Season 2 has been announced. I don't know, some guy, Fred.
Oh, yeah, Frank,
I don't
Fred.
know. We finally have updated field research and research breakthrough. Some good
Finally.
stuff, some bad stuff, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. It's good stuff for me.
We'll talk about it. All the cool 0.153.0 stuff that we found in the APK last week has vanished from the code. So we'll talk about that and what that can mean. And then we'll finally have a conversation about this crazy idea I had for a subscription-based plan in Pogo that you could buy into, similar to what a lot of other mobile games do. We'll talk about that. But first, we're going to get to know Andrew from Go Live. How are you, man? Why don't you introduce yourself? Let us know where you're from and what you're all about. How are you?
I'm good. My name's Andrew Macedo. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I produce PvP content, basically live streaming tournaments in and around Toronto, Canada.
Fun.
And how'd you get started with producing? This is like typically not a normal path for someone to get into content creation, so it's cool. It's kind of a new avenue. So how did it kind of all start for you with, even looking into creating this kind of production?
Well, I like to blame YouTube and their autoplay because I just kept on watching Pokemon videos on my weekend, and I came across that Trainer Tips live stream with the other YouTubers back in December, and I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't nobody doing this for PvP? So this was about April, and I'm like, no one's really doing live streams on a high production or anything, but it was just like people were doing PvP streams, but it's like nothing that I wanted. So I just came across this YouTube video with Nick, Mystic 7, and all those guys doing their PvP tournament, and I was just like, you know what? Let's get to work. Let's find out how we make a PvP stream.
So you
That's
saw a
awesome.
need and you filled it.
Giggity.
Giggity.
And what's your history with the Pokemon franchise? Like, have you been into Pokemon prior to Go, or is it kind of a new thing for you?
No, I collected TCG cards, Gen 1 days, looking for the holograms. Unfortunately, Adam, I passed down my cards to my younger cousin, and I had binder full. I was just collecting, and I gave it to him, and he lost them. So we're talking about
man.
30, 40 pages of cards gone.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's bad.
I literally have the same binder that I had growing up. It is this ugly purple and like red and yellow like little bands that go on the front of it. It is so ugly, but it has like all my, base cards and base 2 and fossil and jungle. It doesn't have
Melissa
everything.
and I have all our original stuff too.
Yeah,
Like,
my
we've got-
binder is no joke, like
Yep.
almost 20 years old.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more than
And
it is
there's
20
some
years old.
gems in there. Ken showed me after the podcast last week.
Yeah, we were flipping through the pages, but Andrew, that's cool, man. And what's your team? Your favorite Pokemon, or at least your current favorite Pokemon? And I'd imagine PvP is your favorite way to play the game. But how do you like to play?
Well, I started off being like a grinder. I'd find like the downtown areas with the dense Pokestops, and every time there was a 1 hour or 6 hour lure, before start pieces, you just grinded it out. And that was probably the best way to play it. I'm on Team Valor, and I'm not looking forward to change. Sorry, guys.
Valor for life.
Yeah. Favorite Pokemon was Charizard, but I never got the TCG card. So
Fuck
that's-
Charizard.
Wait. So your favorite Pokemon is Charizard, but in all your collecting, you never got that TCG card?
I never did,
I'm
so
gonna
I
make
just
it
resorted
happen for
to the
you.
video games.
I'm making it happen for you.
Yeah, Melissa's gonna have a care package.
I'm bringing one for you.
There's a new tin
Thank you.
that comes out on the 6th, and it's from Hidden Fates, but it comes with the Charizard GX.
Yes. There you go. We're gonna make that happen. But you can't go wrong with Charizard. Charizard's.
It's OP. It's just one of those
Classic.
things. Like, you have to have that hollow Charizard, or what's the point of having TCG cards?
There you go.
Snorlax.
Well, clearly, then you just give them away to your cousin.
And they just lose them.
And
No
then
big
they
deal.
just lose them, so.
Yeah. Well, I didn't give away my Game Boy games, so I still have red and
There you
blue,
go.
and I believe silver. So
Nice. And
Classic.
why don't you give us a history of Go Live, because this is kind of a rebranding for you, right? Like from where I first met you online, you had a different name, BPL, right?
yeah. So BPL was, I guess, a beta name. Stand for Brampton Pokemon League. It was started off just being a separate server from the main Brampton Discord server, and then it was like either going to be raids or PvP. And then I was like, you know what, just leave the raids alone in my cities and focus on PvP, and just stuck with BPL till a couple people told me it's not good for search engine optimization. Change it. So it took a while, and I changed it after, I think August. I made the change to
Yeah, Go
Go
Live is
Live.
a dope name.
I
Yeah, no,
literally was
it's so
just about
good.
to say that. For what you're doing, your name is absolutely
so good.
perfect.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, who's Andrew from Go Live? And then I hear your voice, and I'm like, nah, BPL official. I was like, we hung out.
The logo is legit too, man. Like, it's so good job on the rebrand there. I
Yeah,
think
the maple
that
leaf.
was a solid move.
Oh, Canada.
So what's it like? What's it like in your area, like in the geography in Toronto? Like, what's the scene typically like? A lot of raiders, a lot of shiny hunters, or is PvP like really strong?
In my city of Brampton, about 20 minutes outside of Toronto, we are a raid-focused city or community. We got tap and go guys, running 3-4 cars deep on those raid days. Some of them have converted into PvPers or battlers, I should say, sorry. But now some of them are starting to rank in the top 1,000 globally. So I
Nice.
think those guys will start introducing it to the community and slowly bring them in for season 2. Who knows? It's still in its infancy, so we'll see where PvP goes in my community.
Nice. And what's your background with video production? Did you do stuff before this whole project, or kind of is this your first foray into like this kind of production work?
This would be my first. I did go to school and tinkered around with computer networking. So I knew what fit in what, and looking at spec sheets was kind of like my thing. And yeah, I just honestly started doing research, looking at YouTube videos for at least 6 to 8 hours a day, and just try to make it work.
And just describe what like your setup is. So we had Andrew come in and he did our stream and recording for when we had our GoFest Chicago meetup, the Mareep Up. We did our PvP tournament there, and Andrew was there with his setup to record the whole thing. It was great, and I was very impressed by the way everything kind of flowed and how it was actually pulled off. Why don't you explain like your rig and your setup and how this all works? Because I think it's really cool to how you have like this entire production setup that's mobile, and you're able to kind of just like throw it up and tear it down and pull something like this off. So what's your rig?
As long
like?
as you have an
What
extension
kind
cord.
of gear do you have? As long as you have an extension cord, yes, that we don't need. That's
Come on, Adam. Like, he's interviewing me. That was my question. That was my answer.
You stole his thunder, Adam. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
So
Adam Tuttle is now taking the show. I'm just going to give you my notes. Bye.
No, so just all right. I'll fill everyone in.
Was that the
In
door?
Chicago, we needed a fucking extension cord because there wasn't an outlet in the entire bar. Like we couldn't plug in the rig. We're like, how is this happening right now? And
Yep.
me, Terry Wolf, and GoCast Chris ended up going for like a 1.5 mile walk and found a Walgreens that was open. And we bought an extension cord, and then we walked all the way back. It was great. We saw Liz from Niantic on the way to the Walgreens. It was hilarious. And then we get back. I'm like, yo, I got the fucking extension cord. And he's like, oh, the waitress said she had an extension cord. They didn't even need it.
So bad.
I took it back to New Jersey and returned it at my local Walgreens.
Yeah, they're probably like, what the hell?
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But yeah, what's your rig like?
So I'm using an Asus ROG gaming laptop with iCore 7 8th generation, so it has all the power I need. If anything, it's overkill. So I'm using that laptop. I got two Elgato capture cards, 60 HDS, I believe that's the model. I'm using two Samsung S8 phones, so that's kind of new for me. I'm using two Logitech web cameras, just in case if I'm getting shoutcasters, like YouTubers, I'll have that focus on them rather on the camera on me. I'm using two lapel microphones, dongles to connect the phones, but I'm also dabbing into the wireless setup just in case if things go down with the capture cards. Followed by programs like Streamlabs OBS, Adobe Premiere for editing, Photoshop, and Bridge. So
So crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So what I really dug about the way you were able to put everything together was the ability to grab some data from Silph and show the player cards kind of in the stream. And this was all happening. You were a fucking like OBS mastermind. I was like, holy shit, like you were just an absolute madman. It was super cool to watch. And I was like, fuck, man, this is really cool. Like the whole thing with the dongles, and I just like saying dongles, but all that, with having being able for people to just walk up with their phone, plug them right in, and they're all good. So what's the deal with the S8s now? You're using consistent phones, or what are you using those for?
So in the past, I guess in my condo beta days when I invited friends over, I believe it was the iPhone 6X Max, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Whatever the big variant of the
6S.
iPhone 6 was.
Yep,
It-
6S Plus.
It crashed my cards, causing to restart streams. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. But then it could be a coding between switching from Android to iOS. So I just kept on tinkering. And then it's like, you know what? I've never used a 6S Plus up until, I believe, my London Cup, which was early July, which was, Jungle Cup. And the very last match, one of the players who could stream, he was using that exact phone, and it caused my card to crash. So I just said, no more iPhones. I'm going to keep it consistent and just use Samsung and their screen mirroring. And honestly, I've tested it, no problems. I think it's just that one phone out of all the phones that I've connected
Weird.
to be the problem.
That's great. So the competitors are using the galaxies?
They will be. So, quick plug, I'm going to Montreal hosting my own tournament, so I'm going to be allowing trainers to log in to my phone.
No, that's really cool. And let's talk about that for a minute because Melissa's going to be in Montreal, which is exciting.
I sure am.
Yeah, I know. She's fucking psyched, and she's all booked up and everything. I can't wait for her. I'm really excited for her. But I wanted to talk to you about hosting your own tournament and doing this because it seems like exceptionally fucking stressful. Like how crazy is it when you're kind of behind the helm at one of these events and things are live and everything's happening? Like how crazy is that on your stress level?
It's very, very stressful. With Silph Arena's rule number 9, it's kind of hard to charge for tickets, even though like we're doing to esports, but all ranked play, you can't charge tickets. So this is an unranked month, September now, so there's a little bit of leeway with some of the rules, but people back home, like in Toronto, are still doing food courts, open parks with, Starbucks. If you guys ever get the chance to watch my stream of the Toronto regionals, I was sitting in the middle of a park, connected with an extension cord to a pole, got my power, got my Wi-Fi from a Starbucks that was maybe 300 meters away. I don't know how much that is. Yeah. I pulled it on my ass. Honestly, it's like whatever it takes, the show must go on, right? So that was pretty crazy. And finding venues ain't easy because recreational centers are usually booked up with 1 or 2 months. The Montreal Discord, they got the esports and all that information before me, and I was scrambling around to find a location for Friday, and sure enough, it became Esports Central. So both tournaments are going to happen at the same venue.
And this place looks fucking awesome. Like this looks like a lot of fun. And when you get admission to this place, they have I think they have something like 30 consoles hooked up, PS4, Xbox Ones, and Switches and stuff that you could all just chill and play, which is really freaking cool. So it's going to be I thought the venue was freaking awesome. So I'm psyched for you. And talk about your meta for the tournament because this is pretty unique.
All right, so it is called the Fantasy Cup, and one of my partners at Go Live, Gurav or Boosh the Tinker, he designed this meta because we're bouncing ideas back and forth, and it consists of Bug, Dark, Fighting, Poison, Fairy, Ghost, and Psychic.
That's a big-ass meta.
It's big, but we're going to limit you to what Pokemon you can bring. So only one of the following is permitted per team. Azumarill, Defense Deoxys form, Sableye, Wormadam Trash, Fortress, and Metachan. So you got to build a team around one of those Pokemon.
I like this, and I think this is cool how people are putting together their own metas and kind of creating their own conditions, and it makes for a very, very unique experience when you actually compete in that. So that's freaking awesome. And you're gonna be shoutcasting as well.
I'll be producing. Hopefully, some of my team members they can fill in the shoutcast so I can focus on the stream and with the trainers in Table 1.
Nice. And are you going to be streaming it live, or is it just going to be recorded and then released as VOD?
As talking to Esports Central, it will be streamed live on their Twitch channel. And
hell yeah!
Wow.
Hopefully, I can work around some stuff where I can get it on my YouTube or either Mixer through Restream, which is one of the softwares that I use on my setup.
That's awesome. All right, cool. So we'll make sure we get all the links and all that good stuff in the description.
So excited for you.
Yeah, that's really freaking
really
cool.
cool.
I'm nervous. I'm more nervous than talking to you guys because it's in Canada, and try to be the best.
Blame Canada. That's like I'm really excited, and it's gonna be cool. Melissa will be there, and I'm sure she'll.
Yeah, you got my support. I'll be there.
She'll be harassing.
Now this
Yelling
is on Friday,
and screaming
correct?
in the background.
Yes,
This is Friday.
So we're hosting it Friday, so I'll be driving up probably Friday morning, take a quick nap, and then set everything up with the
How
venue.
far is that from where you live?
6 hours drive, 7 hours with stops and gas, 1 hour flight.
I'm closer?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a 6-hour drive for me too.
Canada's a big fucking place.
Yeah, it takes 24 hours to go to northern Ontario to western Canada, but if you cut through the states, it's faster somehow.
That's crazy.
It's just access to the roads.
Wow.
Well, yeah, you got
Yeah, you don't have to cut through fucking
Donald
roads.
Trump as president. Boom.
Ouch.
Don't worry.
No.
I got my own clown. So
Yeah. But all right, so the how important is choosing a platform here, because you mentioned Mixer, and we had Fit City from GoHub on last week, and he was talking about how he's streaming on Mixer now and he's really enjoying it because it's super interactive. Like, what's been your experience with these different platforms? Do you think Mixer kind of has what it takes to be a real player here? Or?
I think so. I think I only tested one stream with them, and it's very interactive, and some of the rewards they give you for just streaming or communicating back to your viewers. I have to dig in more into it, but I think it's going to be promising if Microsoft does it well.
Nice. And let's talk about the future a little bit, because we saw kind of this massive spike in PvP in awareness and just visibility after Pokemon Worlds, because they brought PvP to the big stage. It was a big deal. Now I wanted to talk to you as like a trainer here, like as a player. What do you think PvP needs to become a viable esport? Do you think that in its current iteration, like what we saw at Pokemon Worlds, this can be like, what did you think of that production and how that was produced? Like, do you think that this can be a viable production level esport?
Yes. As soon as I turned on the TV, honestly, I woke up at like 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I thought I missed it because they said it was only going to be for an hour. But honestly, the Pokemon Company and whoever was involved with that production team, they really set the bar high. And even though I'm independent, it's going to be hard to get to that level, but it's something that we can strive for in the future.
It was awesome. It was very, very
Honestly,
well done. And
it's the sounds. Like, I don't know. I just feel like
Adam
the
was
sounds,
in the room. Adam was in the room.
Yeah, my son was like tranced, but it was literally the sounds that made it what it was. As like weird as that sounds, because I haven't had the sound on for any of my battles, but after seeing it live, I'm just like, whoa.
I liked what they did with one card and allowed the cries and the battle features to go off, but because I'm using two capturing cards, I kind of disabled the audio from the phones, because then you just hear a bunch of
yeah.
I was like, you know what, people are just going to mute it or log out.
I mean, even one screen going, because that's what was happening, wasn't awful to watch. Because it's just and you don't know who to root for, but you're like, oh man, I hope this works, and they're out of shields, and
no, it was exciting to watch, and I remember at one point there was like 14,000 concurrent viewers. It was pretty awesome, pretty awesome to see like PvP with that level of production quality. Was really cool. And what are some of the goals that you have for Go Live? Like, I mean, is this something that you want to kind of take on the road and travel to events and continue to produce outside? Or you looking to keep this in Toronto?
I still, honestly, I love the communities that I work with. I'll continue to work with them as long as they want me. I do want to do a tour. I've been talking to Dark Matter Wolf, and he's like, yo, you want to just do some shoutcasting or whatever? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to, but he's not coming to Montreal. So I was like, you know what? Let's try to work on their schedule. So like, let's say I get myself into California, or go meet up with I Am Risen in St. Louis, or Matty F. Baby down in the South. We can try to organize a tournament and try to make a tour.
That's so cool. It's so fucking metal
fantastic.
too. It's like a band. It's like,
yeah, Maddie would just
going
follow
on the road,
you.
pack up a van.
Get that DJ set going.
It's funny that you mentioned Risen, because when you said that you were potentially looking for someone to shoutcast, I told Melissa, I was like, yo, we got to reach out to Risen. And I messaged him and I asked him if he was going to Montreal, and he's not. I was like, oh man, I was like, that would have been perfect. But the shoutcasting
now I want to be there for
important.
Friday. Jeez, why did I get a ticket for Sunday?
Are you going, Adam?
Yeah.
Nice.
Coming?
Yeah, I'll be there one of the days.
Well, Melissa
I need
is
to know.
driving home Sunday.
Yeah, we're all playing Saturday.
No, you're all playing Saturday?
Yeah, we're playing
Yeah, but
Saturday.
we'll be there for the weekend.
I'll be there on Friday.
I just have to figure it out. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's so Adam. I love it. It's so Adam. I love it.
So
It's so great.
Get on a bus and drive up north.
Done.
It's not that
funny.
simple.
I know.
All right, let's get back to the game here. What, as a player of the game, what would you like to see come to PvP? Because have you been happy with the charge move upgrade, like the change?
Yeah, it threw me off for a bit, but like, you know what? Just slow it down, practice in the trainer battles or the team leader battles, excuse me, and then just learn. Use Earthquake or lose the ground move and just swipe on the bottom or a dark type move. So that took a while, but you know what? It's very easy to get excellence now. So I'm not the greatest in PvP. I rather focus on the stream, but I did try to get a little serious for Mirror Cup, and honestly, I just got my ass handed to me in these remote plays.
Yeah, it's still fun.
Yeah.
Like, we do the Friday night fights in our Discord, and I get fucking wrecked every time because I don't invest in Pokemon. I don't TM. I don't do anything. So it's just like I'm just getting wrecked. I'm sorting by CP and just picking, and it's like and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, shit. If I were to really focus on this, like it's a significant amount of work, and I go two. It's like I don't know why I'm so stingy with the Stardust. I just can't handle spending the Stardust. It's the weirdest. It's like the weirdest barrier to entry. I've got 8 million Stardust, and I just don't want to spend any.
You're just proud of it. I didn't have enough to trade somebody a shiny Charmander today, and they had a shiny Delibird.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're telling me.
That's
Become
painful.
better friends with them.
Well, I know, and then we did a trade, and he got a lucky Community Day Charizard, and I got a lucky Rayquaza that was not great.
It's lucky.
But it's still lucky.
Right?
What do you think of Versus Seeker coming in? Do you think that this is going to be? How do you think like the whole internal ranking system and all that? Are you optimistic on this whole platform?
To be honest, I've kind of did like a media blackout with all Pokemon for like the last 3 weeks because I'm just trying to get ready for this wedding that I have next year. But I did watch PokeAK and Hero Vange's videos, and like the whole Seeker thing, yeah, it can work. It just hopefully Niantic doesn't turn it into a pay-to-play feature.
Oh, I can't. It's like we're gonna have a conversation in the back half of the show. It's like I feel you, and I mentioned that last week too. It's like I could just see something like them really flipping some monetization here. Which I don't blame them, and I think it could be a good service. But a lot of people play this thing free to play. So
yep. So that one raid pass, and people are done, and they get the Pokemon for the day, like a Rayquaza, and back home. Imagine finding a PvP person and I'm all out of passes for the day. I'm not buying anymore. It's not going to happen.
I've been incubator list for a while, and it feels weird. I've only just been incubating one at a time.
Yeah, I just paid for coins for another regular incubator.
One? You bought
Just
one
one.
incubator?
For what,
Charlie
regular
Bucket.
incubator? Why? Even waste
I
the
only had
coins.
160 coins.
Yeah. I miss the dollar days and the 5,000 Stardust.
Yeah,
The
right.
old gym system.
Yes, 10 Chanseys, 10 Blissies. The best. The best.
Even to get to that 10th Blissey or Chansey was still a pain in the ass.
Oh, dude, you would sit there for an hour and grind. It was the worst. Time out. You'd end up timing out. Yeah. So dumb. Well, dude, thanks so much for coming on. Why don't you let us know again? Plug the Esports Central tournament in Montreal, because I think this is going to be a great opportunity for people to meet you and check out the production and compete in a really cool meta. So you have two good reasons to check out Go Live in Montreal. One, you could play in a badass tournament, and two, you could see this really cool live production setup, which is going to be exciting. It's going to be streamed on Twitch. So why don't you give us the complete rundown of the event?
So it is happening on Friday night, September 20th. We're going to be hosting it at Esports Central in Montreal. If you can go to their website, esportscentral.ca, and under event tab, you can go purchase your ticket, and that will allow you to get inside and register to the tournament via Silph. There's a link in the description from Esports Central. And yeah, I hope to see you all there. And if you don't come, your travel arrangements are different, I'll see you Saturday night.
Yeah.
Nice. And let us know where we can find Go Live. Like, you're on Twitter and YouTube too, right?
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's still holding that BPL official tag on Twitter, but yeah, you can go on to our Instagram, @GoLive_PvP, YouTube, Twitch. You should be able to find us there.
Awesome. I'll put links in the description so everyone can connect with you. But I really believe in what you're doing, man. I love your approach, and I love the level of care and quality control that you're putting into your work, man. I think it shows in the result, and I wish you the best of luck and good luck in Montreal, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate it.
And you'll see Melissa.
Yes.
Yeah, Melissa. Battle parties. Let's go.
I was gonna say you get all rowdy. It's gonna be awesome.
Adam,
All right.
I hope to see you there too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
keep your fingers crossed for Adam. Hope is a good word for Adam.
Yeah.
And Ken, next time, all right?
Yes, next time I'm yes.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on.
All right, you got it, man.
Anytime.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Silph Arena Season 2, field research breakthrough, and some APK stuff. And I have this idea, this very not free-to-play model that I want to talk about. But we'll be back right after these awesome Slowpoke jams. Get it, Slowpoke.
Hold up, everyone. Are you ready for a sing-along? Slowpoke in a reggae style. Pokemon. Come in. Slow. What your story is, Slowpoke.
And we're back.
All right, well, let's let the cat out of the bag. Melissa's so happy because she got her Snorlax Build-A-Bear today.
Did you get an extra card from me?
No, I didn't even
they
think
were
about
very
getting the
stingy. I
card
tried.
until
got the
Ken got
card.
the card until Ken handed it to me. I was too busy skipping away from the register to put on his pajamas and his nightcap.
Yo, Melissa, I honestly, I haven't seen her this happy, I don't know, in a decade.
Honestly, I think he's right. Seriously, like I really haven't been that happy. The moment was so short, but it was so glorious. From looking at his loose stuffed skin and his limp dead body, and I picked him up and I was like, I'm going to give you life and love, and then adding all his sounds and his scent, and then my little dance and watching her stuff him.
What does
and
he smell
stuff him,
like?
and she cotton candy. It's so delicious. It's so delicious.
It's so funny. She was like a little girl. It was the cutest thing. I put a little photo set up on our Instagram if you want to see Melissa's experience at Build-A-Bear. It was fucking so cute. It was the cutest shit.
I
She's
do
so
love
happy.
it.
She loves that fucking thing.
And the best part about it was Josh, our son, was like so sweet about the whole thing. He was totally sweet about the whole thing. He didn't ask for a Build-A-Bear. He was so supportive of me building my bear. Like, when I was trying to pick out the scents, he was holding the extra scents for me as I was opening them and sniffing them. And then when I went to give him a bath, he
cute.
was like, he was just helping me the whole way. And he was just so excited to help me build my bear. It was like reverse, because I've brought him in that store so many times. We've done so many Build-A-Bears, and
know.
I've always like it was so fun being on the opposite end of the receiving end of the bear.
And then Melissa's like holding the Snorlax, and I walk over with the pajamas, and she's just like, no. And then she goes over, she sees the little accessories, and they have little berries and stuff that you could like attach to his hands. She was like, no. It was the funniest shit. It was so cool.
He's
so
the
cool.
coolest.
Shout out to Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, shout out to
It was
Build-A-Bear.
great.
Definitely worth the wait, because I was bummed out that I didn't get one of the original Pokemon when they first came out, the Pikachu, Squirtle, Eevee.
Well, Josh has the Pikachu.
Yes.
No, Josh
got
has
the Pikachu.
Josh has the Squirtle
No,
too.
he doesn't have the Squirtle. He's got the Pikachu.
Thought he had
No,
another
he
one.
just has the Pikachu. But I can't believe they actually did the snore. Good.
I know.
Yeah.
It was great. I thought it was going to be an online only thing, and I'm glad it wasn't. Give me a little sound, little Snorlax sound.
The sounds are correct too, because it's not just like one or two; it's like 6.
Somebody has their finger and they're moving it in front of his lips.
Like I picture him.
All right,
saying
let's
it
get
and
let's get back to the
we're
show
doing a
here.
podcast
All right.
about Pokemon Go?
Yes.
This is a
No.
Build-A-Bear.
Yes.
No.
No. We're going to get back on track here. All right, we're going to talk about Silph Arena Season 2, the APK mine of 0.153.1. We've got new field research and a research breakthrough. I can't wait to get there because I know Melissa's going to be excited about it. And then I want to have a quick conversation before hitting some miscellaneous news. But first, Silph Arena Season 2 has been announced. This is pretty exciting. Coming from Silph.gg, September is an off month. So they're taking the month off. They're allowing you to play in the championships format, which is a really good format. And for the month of September, and Season 2 will begin October 1st. They're bringing Ultra and Master League for unranked and 1x ranked cups. So you're going to be able to, through Silph, play Ultra and Master League. So now you're going to get more accessibility into PvP because people are going to be able to use their raid-ready Pokemon and their 100% and their high IV Pokemon in organized competitive PvP. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, it's definitely awesome. The main cups, the main weighted cups will still take place in the Great League. They're offering practice cups where you can explore metas even ahead of time before the month of the actual tournament. So you can start practice with, completely no risk because they're completely unranked. You're going to have access to Retro Cups where you're going to be able to play in unranked versions of all the past metas. So all that stuff will be available, similar to the Mirror Cup. And the October meta is going to be released soon. So this is huge because I think that they're preparing and building a little bit of an infrastructure to kind of compensate for what we see with Versus Seeker and potential Ultra and Master League stuff coming to the game proper. But I'm really excited. I had a great time hosting tournaments in Season 1. I'm going to be combining my 3 communities into one big community for Season 2. So rather than having 3 smaller tournaments, we're just going to do one bigger tournament, which is going to be fun. And, Adam, I'm sure you're still going to be pushing PvP, right?
I'm going to be trying.
And Melissa, maybe with Master League getting involved, maybe we could do some stuff in the Discord and you'd actually take part.
That's a possibility. If I can use my fucking Pokemon and I don't have to really think about it, yeah.
You can use your Mewtwo's and shit.
I can actually use I don't even need to use my Mewtwo's. I just want to be able to not be limited, really.
Yeah, but Silph Arena Season 2 starts October 1st. Check out the link in the description if you want all the details. And I'm sure they're going to be releasing some more stuff soon. All right. APK Mine, Adam, all our goodies are gone. Did you see this?
Yeah, all the new sprites and everything.
No, well, the stuff for Gen 5 is still there. That's the one thing that is still there. But the Route Maker, the PvP ranking and matchmaking system, and the buddy updates all removed from the code. All the stuff we got really hyped on last week. But there's a couple reasons this can happen, not to be too alarmed. It could have been they wanted to test the waters because they know the community was going to find it. So maybe they wanted to see what the initial thoughts would be on it. They could have accidentally released that stuff last week and it wasn't supposed to come out yet. So maybe they just brought it back for that reason. Or maybe there was a bug that needed to be fixed in the 0.153.0 branch of code, so they had to revert back to that to fix a bug. Any of those things are possibilities, could be even something different. But this has happened before with field research, where field research was found in the code, it was removed, and then a month later it was released. So I don't know what this could possibly mean, but all that good stuff that we talked about last week is currently removed from the code. But I don't think it's any cause for alarm at all. But
I think it's a cause for alarm. Everybody freak out.
Yeah, I was thinking we should have a word of the day similar to Pee-wee's Playhouse, where if one of us says one of the specific words, we have to scream.
My God. I sort of
Pee-wee's
like
Playhouse,
that
if you
idea.
don't know.
But I could see it getting out of control very quickly.
Like the party horn. That'd
Yeah.
be fucking great. That'd be awesome. All right, Adam,
Let's
you want to
play
run through
ball.
some of this field research? All right, let's start with the field
Some
research.
of it.
Then we'll talk about the field research breakthrough. But there's a shit ton of new research, and I noted a couple of the good ones here in the notes, Adam. If you want to run through them, any of these stand out to you?
The one that stands out the most to me is the make 3 great throws, because we have a chance at Ghastly, Baneri, Lilliper, Anorith.
Ghastly, man.
Yeah, I still want a Ghastly. To make 3 great throws in a row is an Onyx, which is huge. Battle in the Gym is a Mankey and Makuhita, which I still need a shiny Mankey. The Win 5 Raids is still Aerodactyl. That's kind of lame.
Well, put it this way: there's over 30 species of Pokemon in research that can be shiny. So it's like,
Yeah, my favorite one. I'm like sitting there. I have 3 transfer 3 Pokemon trade things, and I'm like, oh sweet, I'm just gonna get 3 Shuppets, and there were 3 Sableyes.
yes, no shiny there, right?
I was like, whoa, what a surprise!
No, see, like this is good for me. There's rare Pokemon in this mix, so like you can get use berries to catch Pokemon. 5 berries to catch Pokemon is a Snorunt. I rarely see Snorunt. Trade a Pokemon is Bronzor. I rarely see Bronzor. So there's some Pokemon in here that you may not see in your local biomes that you might have a better chance finding the associated research. So leakduck.com put together a really nice spread and graphic on this. So I'll link to it in the description.
Another notable one was send 10 gifts to friends, which used to yield an Alolan Executor. Now it yields Sneasel.
Oh,
so if you're missing that shiny Sneasel.
This chart is fucking huge. So, and then I saw something weird today because Melissa and I and Josh were at the mall, and I picked up a make 5 great curveball throws in a row, Spinda. So I was like, oh shit, I don't even know where I picked this up. It was fantastic. It wasn't shiny. And it was Spinda number 8. And then I had the quest in my game, and I saw someone on Silph Road, Reddit, had posted that Spinda number 3 was now back in the tasks, and you can get shiny Spinda number 3 in addition to 8. And it was weird because I got the quest after I read that 3 was out, and it was a number 8.
Can I just say something?
So I'm not exactly
about Spinda?
sure. Yes.
Fucking Spinda pisses me off. One, I can never find these stupid fucking stops. Like, honestly, I think I've only seen 3, 4.
They're very rare. It's a very rare quest.
So, if you can't fucking find the stops, and you're releasing all of these fucking ones that are like, we have 8 different ones now, that all pretty much kind of look the same.
There's 10, isn't it? 10 now? I think we're up to 10.
I'm not feeling the whole Spinda thing. They need to rework this fucking stupid thing. They have to make it easier.
I like it. I like this concept.
It's impossible.
It's rare as hell.
It's impossible to fucking find them.
I feel like they should put a little bit more of these tasks out there and then just give us all of them with the opportunity for them to be shiny.
No, there's too many. They got to roll them all out. They got to roll it out so then people can target them and go after specific Spinda numbers. And you got to remember too the shine now for shiny versions of Spinda, it's actually a different pattern.
And then that's the other fucking bullshit. They're all called fucking Spinda, so you're just expected to know which one is which. Like they should be.
Well, if you go to your Pokedex screen, you can see it shows all the options of all the available Spindas, and you can click through them and see what form number it is.
That's too much work. I want to see it on the screen, like the second he's there.
Like Spinda number 9 was the Valentine's Day one, so Spinda number 9 has the heart over its eye.
The only one that's easy to identify. The rest of them, it's like
that shiny one has a broken
longer,
heart.
Or there's one little, it's like a fucking Where's Waldo Spindas.
It's well, there's like an unlimited number of Spinda in the main series. It's like randomly generated pattern. There's like 9,000 of them.
That's dumb.
But no,
okay, end rant.
No, but
move on.
All right, well, get ready to rant. Get ready to rant again.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because
guess what's coming to research breakthrough boxes?
What? Fucking Flower Crown Eevee.
I'm happy.
Oh my
about
god! With the chance of it being shiny,
you're happy about this?
The only person who's happy about this is Kyler.
I'm happy about this. I like the Flower Crown Pokemon. I think they're both super fucking cute.
They were fucking everywhere in the wild.
I didn't catch that many of them, and I would like a shiny one. I have the Flower Crown Pikachu that I got.
Don't you have the shiny Flower Crown Pikachu?
That I got at GoFest.
Lucky.
So I need that matcher.
See, I think that this would be acceptable to me if they really up the fucking shiny rate. Because you got to figure you're going to get 4 of these things in the month. 5, maybe 5, so shit. I don't know. I just don't know if this is exciting. I mean, I know that the internet doesn't think it's exciting at large.
No, because it's just a fucking
people are like,
Eevee,
why
a hat Eevee? Like, what the fuck? Why not give us something really good?
Do they have to up? Like,
they're gonna up the shiny. They're gonna up the shiny.
So maybe they're doing this because you got to remember in the Jirachi quest, one of the rewards is the special lures. So maybe they're doing this to kind of help people get the Glaceon and the Leafeon with the flower crown. I I don't know. I just don't think this is. I think it's a little anticlimactic. The worst part being, it's 2 fucking months worth. It's 2 months worth. So yeah, you're gonna get 8 of these things, 8, 9, 10 of these things. I don't know.
It's just the worst.
I'm not excited about this at all.
I am. I want to try
have to up the shiny rates.
Lots of shiny. Yeah, they gotta up the shiny rates.
I want another 100%.
I'll take 100%.
Well, Melissa, this could be a good chance for you to maintain your streaks for 2 months and capitalize to get an Eevee every time.
Oh, see. I don't know. I turned the game on today.
You played a lot today. We played in the mall.
I had to think about it.
And at the
Wasn't
restaurant.
sure what day it was. So distracted by Snorlax.
All right. Fucking Snorlax. It's so fat and huge. It's so great. His pajamas are so tight.
His pajamas are so tight that he barely fit on.
They are so tight.
And they're not pajamas.
The
It's a night
things
robe.
are like held together like
It's a night robe and
it's
a
like
cap.
a robe. It's like it's like holding on so tight. The
When she
Velcro.
was
It's like,
stuffing
He was
him,
like, watch out, the
when
buttons
she was
don't pop.
stuffing him, I was like, you gotta make sure you get the bottom of his belly nice and thick.
she's like, can you make him thick with 2 C's, please? It's hilarious. All right, I want to have a quick conversation here. This is my idea. You ready for this?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Would you buy in to a $5 a month PvP battle pass in
Nope.
Pokemon Go? That's my question.
No.
What would you get for it?
All right, this is what I'm talking about. Are you familiar with the battle pass format in games like Apex Legends or Fortnite? Like, have you heard of battle pass before? The actual brand battle. All right, so it's a type of item that is related to a season. Now, we already know seasons are going to be part of this internal versus seeker ranking system whole thing. We know we're going to have seasons. So same thing with Fortnite. What Fortnite does, will release a battle pass. You buy the battle pass, you get some exclusive items. So the way this could work in Pokemon Go is you would get exclusive avatar items, different shirts, hats, pants, whatever. Something showing that you're badass because you've spent money, right? Then in addition to that, the way the battle pass works on Fortnite is you actually level up the battle pass by playing. So as you're working up this like reward tree, you can unlock additional items the more you play as someone who's taking advantage of said battle pass. So that's that. Then I thought to myself, we know that this versus seeker thing has to be charged up. What if you pay this $5 and the versus seeker remains charged? Where like you can always have matchmaking. I don't know. As someone who plays PvP, Adam, wouldn't that seem worth it for $5?
If it was 99 cents a month, I'd be more inclined.
It's like $1 a week.
I don't think.
It's like $1.25.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't.
I lose that
I
much
don't know.
change
I
a
don't know
week.
if that because I don't necessarily play that hard.
But do you think you will play more when there's an internal ranking system?
I think when there's a goal, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now that there's going to be a seasonal ranking system where you're actually under a timer, certain amount of matches you can get in. I don't know. Because like a game like Clash Royale, right? So they just came out with a battle pass type thing. You pay $5, you get cool emotes, you get different, your name glows in yellow, like it looks a little different, and you get the benefit to where you have these unlockable chests. It automatically queues the next chest for you to unlock. You don't have to go into the game to activate it to unlock. So it's a huge, huge advantage. Huge, massive advantage for $5
But
a
then
month.
it becomes pay to play.
It's a benefit. It's like a benefits package. So that's where it kind of gets into weird ground because we haven't had anything besides consumables in Pokemon Go to this point. So this would totally be a new style of,
idea.
Monetization for Pokemon Go. So I want to know what you guys think out there in podcast land. Would you be willing to pay into a Battle Pass style subscription, $5 a month? Let's say it's $5. Would you be willing to pay into that if you got benefits like exclusive items, cosmetics, potential rewards that you can, level up as you play? And what if Versus Seeker was always charged? Would that be enough to make it worth it?
Depends on what the Versus Seeker is. Like, it depends on how you have to charge it. Like, what it takes to charge it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because if it's a pain in the ass to
then
charge
it's worth the $5. But if it's easy to charge, then it's like, what the fuck?
If with that $5 a month, my coin get could go up from 50 to 100 per day, I would buy in.
But $5
because
bucks
I'm paying
get...
money for something that is
but what is
not a consumable.
How many coins does $5 get you?
Consumables.
Doesn't give you shit.
Yeah, but then they won't be getting my $5 for items.
Right, but from their position is if they're saying this user will potentially spend $5 a month, and they've, in the last 12 months they've spent $5 in 8 of the last 12 months, they could say, if you're on the subscription service, you're going to have those set it and forget it people, and it's just recurring charge. And...
I'm saying it would be a turn off to PvP for me if it was $5 a month.
Interesting. If
it was 99 cents a month, I'd consider it because it doesn't seem that detrimental.
I don't know. This is a good conversation. Guys, let us know what you guys think. I think that this is an interesting conversation. I guess it would really, depend on what the rewards are in the Battle Pass. But I think it's a cool convo. Let us know what you think. Would you pay $5 a month to have some kind of Battle Pass? I've heard so much more about people being free to play in this game lately, more so than what I've heard, typically. But I know that there's still plenty of people that are spending big bucks, dishing money in consistently to this game. So I don't know. All right, miscellaneous news before we wrap up here today. Did you see there was new shinies, Adam? More shinies. Shiny Electrike and Manectric. Out of nowhere for no reason. I don't know what the real motivation behind this was. But
here.
I guess just so. In-game active right now?
In-game active as of right now. Shiny Electrike and Manectric family. In there.
They probably realized that people weren't clicking them as often as they should be.
I wonder... Dude, that's a great point.
God,
I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, because how random is Gligar and Sentret?
Well, maybe they're doing that with Yanma. Or isn't Yanma the Taiwan's...
is now shiny?
Well, it's Montreal's, but yeah.
That's Montreal. Yeah, starting on the 2nd, we'll get there in 2 seconds, but starting on the 2nd, part of the Ultra bonus unlock, it's Sentret and Gligar.
Gligar is pretty cool. But fucking Sentret? Really?
It's yellow.
And maybe they're
pink.
like, wow, nobody clicks this because he hatches out of
I hate
eggs.
Sentret, and I see them all the time, and I never fucking click them, and now I have to. Motherfucker.
But if it's possible for
now
a shiny,
would you click
now
it?
I'm
going to.
That's the point.
But the question is, too, if the Sentret is a Ditto and, it's shiny, does that alter that Ditto into something that's not shiny?
Why are you
I don't know.
trying to
Has that
break
ever
the matrix
happened?
like that?
I don't think it will
never
happen. It
yeah,
can't happen
shiny
because Zubat could be shiny, too. So can Pidgey.
Okay, so that's like
So
an
can Rat.
extra negative shiny on your shiny hunts.
Yeah, because then it can't
So
be
like
Ditto.
Rattata, Pidgey. No wonder why they're not all shiny, because they're probably Dittos, the ones that you're clicking on and then running from.
Shut up.
Sorry, I just random thought.
Let's jump over to Go Ranger for a quick update.
What's up, everybody? It is Go Ranger Matt, and this is the Go Ranger Check-In.
All right, Adam, you want to run through some of these bonus unlocks? Let Melissa know what she can expect in the next couple weeks.
I can't let her know what she
no.
can expect. She's going to have to look at these or something. No, I'm just kidding. Ultra bonus for this week, we get, throughout all 3 weeks is going to be half incubator distance.
Yep.
But we're going to be able to get unknowns, spelling out Ultra, out of 10-kilometer eggs. So get rid of your egg slots and spin those stops.
Did I talk about this last week? Hold on.
Yes, you did.
Unknown can't breed, and which means that unknown should never be in eggs. And now we have unknown in eggs. It's I don't know why I feel weird about this.
There's unknown reasons to it.
All right, continue. You closed.
We're getting the legendary dogs back. Only they can be shiny.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That is exciting because we only got those raid days.
Yep.
And that was it. So I still don't have a shiny Suicune.
I miss Suicune as well.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be looking for that. We're going to get more Johto Pokemon and shiny release of Sentret and Gligar. Ultra bonus unlock week dose. We've got all forms of Deoxys in 5-star raids. We've got regionals breaking lock with the 7-kilometer eggs, and they will be
That's awesome.
shiny.
So Farfetch'd, Mr. Mime, Tauros, and Kangaskhan. And this is, even though this is starting in the 2nd week, it's going to extend through the 3rd week as well. So this is pretty exciting. So in the first week, you're going to want 10Ks. In the second week, you're going to want 7Ks.
And increased Kanto Pokemon.
Yes.
And then September 15th, we're going to have Turtwig Community Day. Lures last longer. It's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time. You're going to get extra Stardust.
Do you think this is a Frenzy Plant?
And probably Frenzy Plant. I just like the color of Turtwig. I don't know if I want to evolve him.
You know,
I mean, I have to say I did, but then becomes Ultra Bonus Unlock Week 3.
All right,
and
this is where the fun starts. This is where the real excitement begins.
And I was raiding with my group today, and they were like, "You guys, one of the people who's like, I plan on doing at least 150, so you all need to be active."
Mewtwo raids
for the Mewtwo raids.
Hell yeah,
because they can be shiny.
Yo, I have a feeling people are gonna go fucking hard with Mewtwo raids.
Yeah, it's gonna know the exclusive move Psy Strike,
which sucks.
Which is awesome because it's a different move.
It's got a cool name.
Hey, you never know. PvP, it could.
Dude, the stats
useful.
are already in the game. It's doo-doo.
Whatever. And then there's going to be more Mewtwo counters and raids. Unova Pokemon Gen 5 release. We're going to get Clink, Patrat, and Lillipup shinies.
This is exciting. And I have a feeling the starters as well, and potentially some other Pokemon too. So we'll have to figure that out.
Man, it's going to be a wild 3 weeks.
It's crazy.
And then like we said, we're going to have the Flower Crown EVs, Montreal Safari Zone on the 20th, and we're going to get shiny Yanma worldwide.
Yep.
And then there is another Safari Zone on October 3rd in Taipei City, and it's just kind of open to everybody. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in September, October, but
that is a lot going on.
I don't know. This Flower Crown EV, the Flower Crown EV pulls it down.
It doesn't. Just fucking suck it up. They're giving you all this other shit. Just suck it up.
And no, it's just Eevee though, right? It's not. You can't get anything else.
Just Eevee.
Just Eevee.
So dumb. I don't know. I don't see the point in that and why they wouldn't do something new. It's so weird. So fucking weird. But guys, we did it. That's a show.
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about our Rayquaza raid hour. Did you guys do it?
We didn't. We were planning on doing it. Yeah, today was the final 6 to 7 p.m. local time was the final Rayquaza radar. We were planning on doing it. We were out and about, and then we got home and sat on our ass for a minute. And Melissa's like, "Yep, I don't know if I want to go." And I was like, "You know what? I got to do the show notes." I was like, "Let me do the right thing and not rush around and just freaking do this work on the computer." And I forewent the event to crank away on the notes and stuff, but how'd it go for you?
And I don't even have a shiny.
I'm pretty sure I did either 11 or 12.
What?
And I know one ran away, but I did get my shiny.
Yay! Awesome. How did the group do? You get a lot of shinies in the group?
Yeah, it was pretty much anybody that didn't get one or like didn't have one got one.
Nice.
It was
That's
really
awesome.
nice to see. Like we all were just talking at the end, and we were just like, I didn't have a Rayquaza before this event, like this last raid hour.
So nobody was bitter.
So in this month, I think I did about 25 Rayquaza, maybe not even that many. And it ended with 2 shiny. And I have to trade one to my son. I told I traded to him. But he doesn't have enough Stardust. Take the freaking trade. So killing me. It's like, I want that Rayquaza. I'm like, dude, you got to catch Pokemon to get some Stardust. It's like the worst. But all right, that's a show. Anything else, guys?
No.
I think that's it.
Dude, I can't believe we're creeping on 100.
I'm still trying to catch some.
Yo, we're creeping on 100 episodes. We're going to have a very special guest for episode 100. Look forward to that. I can't wait. But please, check out luredup.com.
It's going to be Giovanni.
Giovanni's coming on. Yes. He's a punk. But yes, check out luredup.com for everything that we're doing. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything on the network. Guys, we have pins. We now have pins available from Secret League. I'll put the link in the description. You can order your pins, have them shipped to your doorstep. We would appreciate it if you would check out Secret League store and pick up our pins. Stab yourself with them.
Ooh.
Pins.
Well, maybe don't stab it unless you're into that sort of thing.
Like the Marines, put it on your lapel and just slam it into your chest, and it's like, yes, I'm a fan. I'm a super fan. Actually, don't do that. Put it on your hat or your book bag. That would be rad.
Oh my god. I can't wait to get mine and put it on my hat.
Yes. So Adam, are you going to Montreal? Question of the day. No one knows.
He doesn't. Well, he does.
No
One,
one
he doesn't
knows.
know if he's working. He's probably not going to know if he's.
Well,
gonna
yeah, it's like which day can I weasel my way
That's what I'm
out of
saying.
there and be able to. Basically, it's going to be a day trip, regardless. Like, I'm going to have to leave at like 2 a.m. and get there. Not 2 a.m., but like I don't know, just
Play
look
the
at it
event and then
understand.
drive home right after.
Yes, yes,
That sounds
Oh
exciting.
my God, Adam.
yeah. It's either that or, I don't know. I know that I won't be able to do the whole weekend.
Well,
That's
you
just-
can always drive down on Saturday night in the wee hours of the morning, and then crash where I'm staying, and then overnight. When you get there for the couple hours until I check out.
All right, we'll figure this out offline. We'll figure it out offline. Guys, you can email us info@luredup.com. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see everybody next week. Creeping up on episode 100. Look out for that. Oh, and all I'm saying is I'm throwing down the gauntlet, and I'll have an announcement next week.
I don't like when you do surprise announcements.
I have a new little project
shit.
going.
Here we go.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh my god! Again?
Yo, all I'm saying is
Last time it was Go Stadium.
PvP between the other Pokemon Go podcasts. It's coming. It's coming. Choose your fucking sides because we're about to get real.
Oh no!
It'll be awesome.
Oh my god! All right.
Here we go.
All right. Ken,
We'll
we
talk
need
to you
back.
guys next week. I'll have more information on this.
Sending you a request to
Yeah, this is a
PvP
bad
Big
idea.
Podcast, first
Openly.
podcast.
No, we're doing do masters real quick. I'm sending it to you.
All right, guys. We'll see everybody next week. Take care. Good night. Oh, wait. Someone's got to say keep training trainers.
Keep training. Trainers.